beautiful people and incredible students. Deixa-me explicar um pouquinho mais sobre o nosso mês do inglês na indústria. Isto quer dizer que, ao longo deste mês, nós vamos ter uma série de aulas 100% gratuitas para vocês. E que tipo de aulas é que nós vamos ter? Nós vamos ter aulas dentro de indústrias. Para quê? Para poder mostrar a vocês que o inglês que nós temos aqui na United não é inglês só de sala de aula. É aquele inglês de verdade, aquele que você usa na vida real. Principalmente no vosso trabalho. Vamos lá. Hello, beautiful people and incredible students. Estamos cá hoje para mais uma aula de inglês técnico e desta vez dentro da ABCM de Caçador. Estamos no departamento deles de engenharia elétrica. É grande aqui é grande. E estamos rodeados, cheios de componentes elétricos que, para vocês que são da área, isto aqui é importantíssimo para vocês. Nós já começámos ontem, lá na Ordem Milk, um bocadinho a falar de algumas coisas aqui, mas não entramos em muitos pormenores, ficámos mais na parte de ferramental e de automação. Então falámos um bocadinho do Automation Control System, panels, touch screens e por aí adiante. Mas hoje nós vamos começar a falar assim um bocadinho mais de elétrica mais bruta. Para vocês que estão aqui a nos juntar pela primeira vez aqui nesta aula, agradeço imenso. Quero avisar a todos que eu tenho aqui uma tela que eu consigo ver os comentários que vocês deixarem para mim. Vou até pedir, Gabriel, coloca aí na live aqui, na tela. Puxa a tela para você e depois volta de novo. Vou ter que de vez em quando pôr os meus óculos para poder ver os vossos comentários, mas dá para ver, tá? Então podem mandar os vossos comentários, que aqui o importante é vocês interagirem connosco, tá bom? Hoje nós vamos de novo ter uma aula em várias etapas para eu poder mostrar para vocês que até mesmo dentro do inglês básico vocês podem usar já no vosso trabalho, tá? Então nós vamos passar aqui um bocadinho dentro daquele vocabulário que nós usávamos dentro do livro 1, aqui dentro deste ambiente profissional. Depois vamos para o livro 2, depois vamos para o livro 3 e 4 e a partir daí deslanchamos e começamos a falar à vontade mesmo. Mas o que eu queria muito que vocês vissem é que aquilo que nós dizemos para vocês na United é mesmo. Vocês podem começar a usar o inglês desde o princípio. Pode começar no Google Dada, mas começa logo a falar, tá bom? Muito importante também que aqui neste mês da indústria que nós estamos a ter condições muito, muito especiais para quem ir lá no link, se cadastrar e poder ter acesso, para além de ofertas, também ter os conteúdos feitos especialmente para vocês, tá bom? Quem não acompanha lá o link, aquela página que nós temos para vocês, fica um bocadinho por fora do que nós estamos aqui a fazer, tá bom? Então pode ir lá e se cadastrem, que vai ser muito show. Deixa-vos falar hoje sobre o nosso aluno. O nosso aluno é Leónidas. Ele é lá de Joaçaba e trabalha dentro da empresa lá de Joaçaba, ADM. Que eu acredito que é uma multinacional. Depois ele vai nos poder explicar melhor em inglês um bocadinho aquela parte da profissão dele, tá bom? Ele está aqui hoje para vocês poderem ver o quanto nós dentro da United acreditamos que para vocês desenvolver uma linguagem nova, vocês precisam de usar constantemente a linguagem, tá? E também, muito importante, sempre se lembrarem que não tem problema de fazer erros. Erros faz parte. Erros fazem parte do aprendizado. Vocês já conheceram alguém que veio da barriga da mãe já saber fazer tudo muito bem? Ou vocês já conheceram alguém que não sabia e depois foi dormir e acordou no dia seguinte e sabia fazer as coisas muito bem feitas? Não. Nós temos o meio termo. E aquele meio termo é cheio de tentativa, de erro, de correção, de tentativa de novo. O que vocês têm que procurar sempre como aprendizes de inglês é lugares em que são... A palavra melhor que eu encontro é sempre carinhosos. Tem que ser carinhoso com o aluno. Às vezes carinhoso não quer dizer que nós não também temos que ser firmes. A coisa tem que andar para a frente, temos que melhorar. Mas sempre pensar que quem está com vocês nesta jornada está com o objetivo de fazer vocês falarem melhor. E não é aqui num futuro distante, não. Não, Para a semana você tem que falar um pouquinho melhor do que você falou esta semana. Semana seguinte você tem que falar um pouquinho melhor do que você falou na semana anterior. Procurem sempre pessoas assim que vocês vão ver que vai mudar a vossa vida. Já estou a conseguir ver aqui o chat. Show de bola. Podem mandar as mensagens que assim que eu ouvir alguma coisa eu vou falar com vocês, tá? E agora já estamos aqui um pouquinho atrasados, então vamos começar a nossa aula. Leonidas, let's start, man.
Okay, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Very good. I'm very good. I'm always good. I am the always good teacher. Let me fix a bit the camera here. Is it better?
Yes.
Yeah? Perfect. Now, please present yourself, Leonidas. What's your full name? Where are you from? Where do you work?
Okay. My name is Leonidas. I am a mechanical engineer. I am 40 years old. Now I am working at ADM, an American company that was installed in Joaçaba, 1898. I am working.
So it's very old.
That's very old. I am working in this company for 22 years.
Oh, that's a big career. That's a big career, Leonidas. Congratulations. That's it. Now, let's now talk a bit about the environment. Let's describe this location, okay? Yeah? And the situation that you don't remember or you don't know the name of the object, no problems, ask me, okay? Yeah?
Okay.
So tell me, what is there behind me?
Okay, I think this place is a electrical office to do things in the factory.
Perfect. And a question. And what is this?
I don't see perfect. Okay. I don't know. I think the CLP.
That's it. It's a CLP. And the category of the CLP, the best name when it's an industrial environment, it is fuse breaker.
Okay.
Fuse breaker. And this is an important vocabulary because what's the objective of this? Is to break the power, to break the current.
Okay, okay.
So that's also important vocabulary, current. In English, you use electric current. So to shorten the conversation, you just say, you break the current. Yeah?
Okay.
Perfect. And now, what is this? Is it possible for you to see?
I don't know. I think a frequency inverter.
That's it. That's the industrial engineer. Very good. That's it. It's exactly that. It is a frequency inverter. Okay. We talk a little bit more about this in the future. Okay, in a few minutes. We talk about the objectives. We will talk about the how it works. Okay. Now, let's now talk about this. Everyone has one of this at home.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, what is the name of this?
In English, I don't know the name.
No problems. It's also possible to say a fuse breaker, okay? Okay. Or just for short, fuse.
Fuse.
Okay, it's possible. The home one, the house one, people sometimes call it a fuse. Okay? Yeah? Perfect. Now, this one I remember also. Do you remember this?
Yes, it is a motor. breaker.
That's it. That's it. Because it's different. This one breaks the current, but this one protects the motors. That's it. This one is to protect the motors. And there is an object here. And this is an interesting name. I explained a bit yesterday, but today I explain a bit more. So, what is this?
It is a subject that is possible to do the a blockage in equipment that is necessary to do the maintenance. To
Very
put
good.
the,
Now, to stop the current or to turn on the current, yeah? Now let me ask you something, okay? You can regulate the position, isn't it? So in the situation that you can regulate the position, the name is switch.
Switch. Okay.
This is a switch. And we have some switches in the fuse breaker or the frequency inverter. That's it. That's basically it. Very good. It's a switch, okay? And this is a motor breaker. It's a bit different. Motor breaker, okay? That's it. Now, also this, oh, very good. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the name?
No, English, no, I don't.
That's it, that's it. And this is sometimes the difficult part for people that start to learn English, that they know what it is, but the name is a bit different. But you know what it is. That's it, no problem. But let's think about what is the objective of this component. What is the objective of this component, Leonidas?
I don't know. I don't have much experience of electrical.
No problems, no problems. Now, let me explain. Oh, let's go back. Let's talk about electrics. Electrics 101, the basics of electrics. We have 3-phase here.
Okay.
We have a 4-phase here. So what is the objective of the phases? One phase is one electrode system. 2 phases is 2 electrode systems. 3 phases is 3 electrode systems, isn't it? And what is the problem? People say, but why is it necessary 3 phases? Okay. When we have one electrode system, the energy is not continuous. We have the positives and negatives, positives and negatives. This is the reason why the lights flash. This is not a good system for motors, for example. You don't want a motor to go yin yin, yin yin, yin yin, yin yin, isn't it? You want a motor to have a continuous motion. So, to have, for example, 3 phases, in that case you have 3 electrode systems that alternate the energy in a motor and creates a continuous motion of energy. So, important vocabulary. Electrodes, positives and negatives, for example. We have electric systems, okay? Then we have electric current. It's also a good vocabulary. Electric current. More. We have conductors. And then we have continuous or alternate. Not alternative, alternate. Okay, Leonidas, very good. Still here, it's good vocabulary for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very basic for energy, but it's a good vocabulary. Okay, let me just say one thing. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Vanor. Congratulations. Thank you for the messages. Keep on bringing the messages that we'll give you back, okay? Perfect. Very good. Congratulations. Now, So we have electrics, we have the components. Let's talk a bit about the fuse breaker. Okay. So now we have two fuse breakers. A big one and a little one. There is one big difference in the fuse breakers. Tell me, Leonidas, what is the difference? Is it tension or power?
The power.
That's it, because the tension is the same.
Yes.
The two have the same tension, about 30 amps. See, important vocabulary, amps. But the power is different.
Yeah.
This one is probably for 220 or 220. And this is for more than, oh no, it's 4,000. Okay, so this is the big difference. The name is very similar, independent if you talk about the household electrics or if you talk about the industrial one, but the quantity of power, not tension, power, you have it a bit different. Let's talk now. Oh, just one moment before my computer goes to the floor. Very good. Okay, now we have the frequency inverter, the one that you understand very well. Perfect. Okay. Let's talk about what is the objective of a frequency inverter.
Okay. This object will change the frequency that feed the equipment. For example, now the current in Brazil is 60 hertz.
60 hertz.
Yes, with this machine is possible to change this for 40 hertz, 30 hertz, and change the rotation of the motors, for example.
Perfect. That's it. That's it. Your vocabulary is very good, Leonidas. Very good. Your vocabulary. You're a very good professional, and your English vocabulary is very good. That's perfect. It's exactly for that. Is to change the frequency, and the result of that change is to change the speed of the motors.
Yeah.
That's it. Now, how do you measure? Do you understand this vocabulary? Measure? Yeah? Measure is to analyze the quantity. Okay, how do you measure the rotation of a motor? RPMs.
Yeah.
That's it. And everyone uses this. Okay, that's it. So you control the rotation of the motors. You control the speed. General. The speed of a car is different. The speed of a car is, for example, kilometers per hour or miles per hour. But in a motor, you count with the RPMs. That's it, though. This is very good. And tell me, Leonidas, in ADM, what is a project that you have today?
Okay. We have many applications for this. In automation, when it's necessary to change the speed of motors according the we need for the process.
Interesting. That's it. It's connected with yesterday's class in Orde Milk that we talked about automation.
Yeah.
So we don't have one here. But in industrial areas, it's very normal to have conveyor belts.
Yeah.
Do you know what a conveyor belt is? Yes. So let me explain to the rest of the people. A belt, everyone knows, a belt, yeah? But a conveyor belt is that machine that transports things and objects in a factory. And we have that conveyor belt that moves and changes things. To change the speed or to create an automation of the work of the conveyor belt, you need one of these. Obviously, you automate a lot of conveyor belts at the same time, or a lot of processes, because this is a very complex machine. But the principle is the same, isn't it? am I close, or my studies, my electric studies of today was a bit wrong?
Yes. In belt conveyor, it's possible to change the capacity of the equipment when you change the speed.
That's it. And you also possibly change the production level depending of the speed of the motors.
Yeah.
So that's also very important. So this is at the end all connected to the production of a certain industry. In this case, this control board that they have here, see people, control board. This control board is for a cellulose company in Bahia. And see how interesting this is. Cellulose is very similar to the Portuguese, okay? Cellulose, just the pronunciation changes a bit, okay? But the location, Bahia, you continue to use the same vocabulary. So this control board is for a cellulose company in Bahia. See, cellulose, Bahia. So this is also a good mental exercise to see what vocabulary you can use and what vocabulary you should change a bit. And what machines are you producing, or what projects do you have in ADM at the moment?
No, the products.
For example, in your production now in ADM.
In ADM produce biodiesel and the crude oil of soybean.
Oh, interesting. And you used a very good vocabulary, crude oil. So this is before it is industrialized for consumption, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, crude. Perfect, that's it.
Yeah.
So very good. And okay, and what type of automations, or what is the most common automation that you have in your industrial process?
Okay, we have many examples. Number one is necessary to put a pump that change the flow, for example. Then I put the inverter frequency
inverter. That's it. Very good.
In the motors, and change the speed of the motors. Then the flow of the that is passing into a tub is changed. It is one application.
Very good. Let me explain a little more to the rest of the people, the rest of the students. So we talked about the speed of a motor, and we talked about RPMs. Then we talked about the car. The car moves in distance, so kilometers per hour. And water and liquids. When you work with liquids, how do you measure the liquids? You measure by the flow. That's it. So all the liquids, you don't use distance, you don't use rotation, you use flow. That's it. Very good, Leon. It's a very good vocabulary. And also, Leonidas used a word called pump. Okay? This is a very common word in English. You can have pumps for air, you can have pumps for liquid. For example, in your bicycle, you have the black object, the tire, and you pump the air. Similarly with liquids, you are in your bathroom, and or no, a cup. Yeah, you can pump liquid into a cup. No, pump a pool. When you go to the swimming pool and you pump water into the swimming pool, so that's a very common name. And Leonidas used in industrial environment conversation. So you don't use pool, you use tub. That's it, the tub. That's it, very good. Perfect, sorry, so I interrupted you. I wanted to explain the vocabulary. And I hope that this is a way for you also to analyze how to correct a little bit the way that people speak. Okay. That's it, very good. And one more application that you have in your industry.
When is necessary to do a specific capacity for one equipment. For example, if we increase the rotation in some machine, the quantity of soybean pass in this machine increase too. If we want to reduce this, we reduce the speed of the motor. Then this control is made with a frequency inverter.
That's it. Very good. Now you see that the third time that you try to use the word, you remember. That's it. So the exercise of the language, that's very good. It is interesting. What is also important is normally in the industry, you have to remember one thing. Soya, for example. In this case, you have to say that the soya passes. Because you don't talk about every single little piece of soya. You talk about the group. So the soya passes the pipe, for example. I think it's a pipe. In the metal lesson, I explained what the pipe is. So yeah, that's it. So also very important when you use in the industry normally a product, you have to think as like man, humanity, soya, and the combination of the way that you speak, you say soya passes, and soya is transformed, for example. That's it. And what kind of benefits do you do to the soya, for example?
Oh, it's possible to basically produce two things: food and energy. And the energy is not this energy is produced in the nature. It is a
nature.
Yes, it
nature.
Is environment correct.
That's it. In English, the expression for that is not correct. It's friendly. Environment friendly. That's it. So when you look for books and publications, you can look for environment friendly industries. That's it. That's also very good. And yes, and the conclusion that the companies are environment friendly because they respect nature. Nature, very good, very good. That's it. And what more vocabulary can I help you with? What vocabulary would you like to know, Leonidas? See if I can help you with it.
Other thing, in my opinion, that is important, that is a culture that is common in our state, in the south of Brazil, and it is a possibility to industrialize our product and increase value for this.
Value, interesting. And which industries, in your opinion, Leonidas, bring the most value to Santa Catarina? The five industries that bring the most value to Santa Catarina, in your opinion?
I don't know the name, but I think that industry that is produced with technology and respect the environment.
That's it.
Thing for me is very important.
So environment-friendly companies, environment-friendly industries. Interesting, very good. And that's a very good philosophy, because normally when you look at environment-friendly companies, you also study sustainability. Isn't it? A very important vocabulary. Sustainability. So this is something that go hand in hand. This is an expression in English. When you say that two things go together, you don't say the two things go together, but you say the environment-friendly companies and sustainability go hand in hand. That's it. That's it. So, for example, let's analyze some industries here in Santa Catarina. We have the furniture industry. Do you understand this vocabulary? Furniture.
Yes.
So the things in your house, the bed, the closet, normally they're made of wood. So we have the wood, the furniture industry. We also have a big industry which is called food manufacture industry. This is the important group of industries. Food manufacturing. So Videira, for example, it is very strong in food manufacturing. Also, another big group of industries here in Santa Catarina, it is the cellulose industry. It also has some power here, and in those industries, it is very important the environment-friendly industries to create sustainability. Okay, so all the processes that you have in the industry, they need to be sustainable. And I would like to invite you for one more lesson, Leonidas, next week. And this is a surprise for everyone. Only the people that understand English will understand this invitation. We will have an open class to talk about innovation in industries. We will talk about lean manufacturing, and we will talk about Industry 4.0. It's going to be a very good conversation, and I think you will like it a lot, Leonidas. And the location is a surprise. You won't be in a company. It's going to be in a very, very interesting place, okay?
Okay.
Very good, very good. Do you have more questions, Leonidas?
No, I only want to recognize a company that at the moment is doing the difference for the Santa Catarina people. The WEG.
WEG?
The WEG that at the moment that adaptation your line produce and produce health fund to help people with the coronavirus.
Oh, interesting. So let me help you a bit. That machine is called respirators.
Yes.
Respirators. So interesting. I didn't know this. So WEG here in Santa Catarina is producing respirators for COVID-19 patients. Interesting. Yeah. Very good. Very good. And it's brilliant. I think. Let me also admit one more thing, Leonidas. I am not from Santa Catarina, as you probably already recognized. And I came to Santa Catarina after I lived in different parts of Brazil. I lived in Espírito Santo, I lived in Bahia. I know very well Goiás, and I know very well São Paulo. And one thing that I love about Santa Catarina is this community action that we have here in Santa Catarina. I see in my experience that the people from Santa Catarina are very, very worried about the people around them. And this was very, very interesting. I was very happy when I came here to see, parties to get money to help people for hospitals, see a lot of volunteer work here in Santa Catarina. You see a lot of, what's the name in English, when you sell a paper and you get the money and the person has a prize, possibly gets a prize. It's a raffle. Sorry. So you see a lot of raffles for sale to help people that need. It is very beautiful here in Santa Catarina. The people's attitude is incredible. So for you too, congratulations for being such a brilliant person.
Okay, thanks.
That's it. Leonidas, thank you so much for participating in this class, okay? Everyone that also was here, let me say the names. Perfect. We have Jean, we have Mauri, we have Zélia. Perfect people. You guys are brilliant. You guys are truly, truly very special, okay? I'll let you go. Thank you so much for participating in this lesson. And you have my invitation for that innovation in the industry lesson, okay? Next week, I will send you the link. And that time you can participate just as another student, okay? It's going to be more people in that call.
Thanks.
Very good. Bye-bye, Leonidas.
Hey.
Bye. People, só agora falar um pouco com vocês. Eu queria agradecer a todos muito, e como o Leonidas falou aqui, empresas como a WEG que estão a fazer a diferença e que estão a ir para além do esperado e fazem a nossa vida melhor nestes momentos difíceis. Empresas também como a ABCM, empresas como a ADM, que têm uma consciência ambiental, têm uma consciência de sustentabilidade, que garante que nós vamos ter uma prosperidade muito longa dentro deste Estado. Eu falo também como outras, como Rota, a Dami, empresas que eu conheço um pouco melhor, que é bonito ver o quanto o sentido comunitário e a humanidade está muito presente aqui em Santa Catarina. É um dos grandes motivos que eu não me imagino viver neste momento em outro lugar, tá? Então estão todos de parabéns. Continuando este assunto das aulas, vão lá nos links, estão lá em todas as postagens que nós temos lá um link, mês da indústria. Se cadastrem, se registrem lá para vocês poderem ter acesso às próximas aulas, tá? Senão vocês pegam o bonde depois de eu passar. Então assim, para vocês poderem interagir, para vocês poderem ter essa capacidade, inclusive, propor tópicos para nós fazermos aulas para vocês, tem que ir lá no link, se inscrever e se cadastrar para poder ter acesso a isso, tá? Espero que vocês tenham gostado muito desta aula. Teve um vocabulário aqui mais ainda do que eu esperava, tá? O Leonidas contribuiu de uma forma incrível. E sem dúvida, na aula da manhã, que vai ser uma surpresa, que eu vou postar daqui a pouco, tá? Quem está lá no link já sabe qual é. Mas quem não acompanha lá, eu vou postar lá uma parte da arte para vocês começarem já a ver o que é que nós vamos falar amanhã, tá? People, bye bye. See you on the next class. See ya.